What up gamers, Fence here, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. So yeah guys, it is finally time to head to Inazuma, and hopefully we can make enough Primo Gems along the way, like in a couple of, maybe tens of videos to do another 10 pull. But yeah, I'll try my best to do that because I really want to do maybe one last 10 pull before the Zhanyun banner expires for me. But for you guys, it's already done.
Ah, you finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already.
Apologies, Captain. It's an honor to be on board, or to be aboard.
Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just on time. The crew have just finished making final preparations. Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and tempest. The nation of eternity.
Anchors away!
That's cool that we got to spend some time with Beidou here because in the original introduction to her, I feel like it wasn't. Like we didn't really spend much time with her. Only the other girl that I forgot the name of. I think it was Yunjin, right? Oh, first person perspective. Would love to play in a first person perspective. Hey, Kazuha. I thought you were gonna travel the land in Liyue. Now you're going back to Inazuma with us, or what? What's up, dude? Or chick? And we're off. To Inazuma. After braving the raging thunderstorm, the Alcor finally comes in support. I would have loved to see the thunderstorm that the Raiden Shogun made. But yeah, let's see the lands, man. I want to see how different this place looks compared to Mondstadt and Liyue and Shenyu Vale. Man, we spent so much time in Liyue. Like 50 videos worth, I would say. 55, I guess. Hey. Oh, we got the cherry blossom trees. It's about to look really pretty here. I like the mountains too. Hey, it's this guy, Thoma. One thing I'll say about my miscellany video, he's in last place.
Oh, hi there.
That's the only thing I'll spoil. He's in last place. I'm sure I do like his skill, but I just don't care about playing
So,
as
you
him.
finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Cap. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
Shush!
You can blame your almighty Shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner
Or
that I've
Toma,
gotten
they
to know
don't
recently.
pronounce the H.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. Seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
I see. Well, nice to meet you, Toma. Surely the rumors are exaggerated.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time I'm around.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just fine.
Good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going. I wouldn't want to be caught with my sails down here. I do have a wanted fugitive on board after all.
Oh, right. Kazuha.
Oh, don't see the name.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
We got this. Look forward to seeing you again.
Fair seas, Captain Beidou. Bye-bye!
Now then, First things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Paimon thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low. Are we just gonna walk into the government's hands?
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. You wouldn't be able to avoid inspection even if you tried. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
Oh, okay then. Now I'm feeling a bit nervous. Yeah, just imagine Doma here, like if he's, you know, like I said, he's at the bottom of my miscellaneous list. Yeah, he's at the bottom, very bottom of the miscellaneous list in the rankings, and just imagine he's like one of my favorite characters, and now I'm gonna feel bad, and maybe I'll bump it up, yeah, bump him up a bit if he turns out to be really cool.
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma.
What happens if we just walk like just in like just straight in? Because I'm guessing this is the like the checkpoint.
You must be new here.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you.
We are here to trade wine and ore, or we are here to find my sister. I'll be honest.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So,
Uh,
unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules...
We,
Come on, Paimon, spit it out.
My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are the entry papers for your kind perusal.
Oh, what the heck?
What? Take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
Hey,
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to remain on Rito, there's a process you have to go through with them.
Sheesh. So it is super strict, just like everyone says.
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, people from everywhere else are referred to as outsiders. As the word suggests, Outlanders aren't very welcome in Inazuma with the Sakoku Decree in force. Not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider settlement.
I mean, welcome or not, we don't have a choice. My journey must go on.
I like how you think. I've got a feeling we're going to get along very well. Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs Agency.
All right,
Most
another
of the
thing that
current
we gotta
rules were
do
put in place by the administration of Rito.
before
the Kanjo
anything
Commission.
important or adventurous.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
Yeah, I know there's those commissions that they have different responsibilities. But dude, look at the place around here. Ooh. Oh yes. Can climb. So is this the main city? Where's the Statue of the Seven? Oh, it's over there. I would like to discover that at some point, so that I can see what the map is like, and see if there's any, you know, more grander looking places, because Leeway Harbor is very impressive. I want to see if, like, maybe if there's a place here, because I'm guessing there's multiple cities or something. I want to see if there's anything that can rival that. Hello.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes? And now you want to apply for residency? Both of you?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2 million mora.
My gosh.
2 million? For a processing fee? Are you serious?
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry, you can trust my math.
Paimon wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find I'm one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 mora total.
That's still quite expensive.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600
Oh.
Mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll
Oh,
treat you to
wow.
dinner too. How does that sound?
Hmm.
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
All right then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
He's like our child for this place, for this story. The residency application is processed smoothly at the Outlander Affairs Agency.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
Yeah, reminds me of someone else's strange relationship with Mora.
It's not as mind-boggling as you think.
Yeah, the
Processing
Zhongli.
fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make.
Really?
So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all they're worth!
Wow.
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy.
I mean, just imagine if we weren't heard overseas with our feats. We wouldn't have Toma here helping us out. Um, I mean, doesn't yeah, that's blatant oppression against Outlanders. Doesn't anyone push back?
Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this close nation era, there's very little that can be done about it.
I guess.
The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves is stick together. That's how the International Trade Association came about.
So it's a trade association built by and for Outlanders?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for Outlanders trying to survive on Rito. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
So how would an Outlander ever get to meet, you know, the Raiden Shogun, I guess?
Sounds like just staying alive is an achievement when you're an Outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are Outlanders, it's certainly a lofty aspiration. After all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe.
That may well be, but I still have to find a way.
I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to run into the Raiden Shogun one day after lunch?
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the Raiden Shogun.
Really? Wow, the Rito Fixer is better connected than we thought.
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high price, you understand?
Ooh.
Not you too.
No. In this instance, when I say price, I'm not talking about Mora. In fact, there's no real cost as such. It's just that if this is something you really want, you'll have to agree to help other people solve some of their problems first.
And what problems do you have?
I like to do things in a way that keeps everybody happy. It's my own personal rule for dealing with situations like this.
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted to you.
The Fixer works in mysterious ways, so what's the job?
Why do I get the feeling you're making me out to be some sort of crook? Never mind. Here's the situation. As I touched upon earlier, the members of the International Trade Association are constantly struggling to survive. Recently, things seem to have gotten more difficult than ever for them, so just go and check things out. See if there's any way you can help. The head of the association is called Caricio, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Okay. Go to the International Trade Association, understand its member situation. Karisu. Oh, yes. Get this. I would love the Statue of the Seven to meet or to discover. Hey, there you are.
Huh? Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose.
Very nearly. Luckily, we had a friend with us.
Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes, left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on Rito, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's something called Crystal Marrow.
And I assume that's hard to get compared to Mora?
Crystal Marrow. What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new
Jeez.
decree came along.
Alright, that's gonna be, worrisome.
Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow, but then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher.
Oh my gosh.
Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to buy from them because the tax decree forces us to. It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens...
Yeah, this is a absurd treatment. Can't you discuss this situation with the Kanjo Commission?
We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland.
Fontaine.
I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
One day in the far future, we'll be able to go there.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do?
So either the vendor or the Kanjo Commission. I mean, just in general, like, yeah, the Kanjo Commission. That's pretty wild that they changed from Mora to the Crystal Marrow. But also the vendors seems bad too. I mean, can we try to negotiate? Because that's, I feel like, more of a problem. Like, they're the source of it, of being a problem.
But Carice is the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
I mean, just tell them that we've, we saved Leeway. Maybe that might, catch their attention.
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he may just let his guard down. If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it. We're on the case.
Alright. Find a merchant selling crystal marrow. Over here. I'm just gonna have to follow the map, the mini map, on the directions on where to go. Oh, is that it? I see the crystal marrow, I think. Warner.
Huh? I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals?
Yes, we just arrived. You don't recognize me, but I'm the fixer around these parts.
Haha, very funny. Real fixers don't need to refer to themselves that way. I wasn't born yesterday, you know. So, what do you need with me?
Where do you source your goods?
The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Can you reduce your prices?
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy.
Time to get the real fixer on the case.
Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
Dude, the story so far in Inazuma has been so like I don't know, like it just feels really, I don't know. I'm not sure how to say it. Like, what's the right word for it? It does feel like kind of hard on pretty much everyone here. All right, Toma.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Like, yeah, it feels like the opposite of like Mondstadt, where they're the city of freedom, but now we got the most restrictive city I've been to so far.
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
You're going to have to help us help you.
No? Well, by all means, tell me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand.
What do you know about Werner?
Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by. But he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
Huh. You're saying he used to be a member of the International Trade Association? So he's an Outlander too?
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him?
I don't know. I mean, seem like a Mondstadtler. A Mondstadter? Is that how you call the citizens at Mondstadt? A Mondstadter? Or I guess, you know, with Mondstadt, you don't pronounce the T at the end. Do you? Mondstadt. I always pronounce it with the D at the end and not the T. A Mondstadter to me. But yeah, at least I didn't get the impression that he was a local.
That's
I guess.
right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then
Okay.
went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
Huh. What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
Got it. I'll go back and talk to him again.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
I'll just tell him that I'm part of the Knights of Favonius.
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Yeah, maybe my association with the Knights can, I don't know, can maybe help. We'll see. I mean, we know a lot about Mondstadt, so we can maybe make connections with that. Hey,
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
time on your hands. Some would call that a form of freedom, like Mondstadt. It was the wind that led me back here to you. That's what Kazuha would say. Now let's say this one.
Huh? Where's this coming from?
A dandelion wine would sure be nice on a day like this. A bard serenade would be perfect right now. Not let's mention the wine.
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
Oh, and my battery is getting even lower. Been recording a bunch, and also I forgot to charge my phone. That's why it's been low bat fast. Which one should I choose? No, I need that. That's for Barbara. I need to ascend her with that material. And that's for Jean. That's for Lisa and Noelle. Well, I'm guessing that's for Razor. I don't have Razor, but I'm guessing that's for Razor. We have plenty of this. Why not? Give.
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
May the Animal Archon protect you.
Oh, my hometown. The home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to.
Close your eyes.
Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
I don't know.
Just close your eyes already!
Listen closely. Doesn't it sound familiar?
You mean the sound of the ocean?
Cheap and tasty chop suey or grilled tigerfish? Get it while it's hot.
Leah Harbor. I can see
Oh.
it so clearly. And the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants.
I never really noticed that. I haven't really spent too much time in Liyue Harbor. Like, even though we've done so much of the story there, I'm more of a Mondstadt dude. Um, um, may the flames of virtue spread to all, or and never be extinguished.
Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
I mean, if you go back, it should still be there.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Liyue Harbor.
Liyue.
Oh boy, here we go again. No, I need this one for I think for gumming. Let's not do that. Well, I feel like this one might be rare because I've been seeing them in the mountains. I don't know which one to give. I hope this one's okay.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
A lot of people out there sympathize with the position you're in. Yeah, let's do the first one.
You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And make Mondstadters look like the worst people in the world.
Who are those people?
Alright, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
I mean, come get a drink with your friends from the association.
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru. Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants, then take the extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
Yeah, I didn't get all of that, but I assume it's, yeah, It's definitely just some shady stuff.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on.
We need evidence.
Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Alright, but we'll do that next time, guys, because, yeah, my camera is getting low bat, aka my phone. So yeah, we'll resume this whenever it's charged back up. But also, I am recording in the middle of the night, and I want to go to sleep now. So it's gonna be on the next day, whenever I'm available. Yeah, we'll see if I can, you know, just be able to, oh, lavender melon. Oh, diary, let me not get that. That sounds like some lore that I'd rather pick up later on. Oh, nice. Yeah, next time we'll continue on, and hopefully, you know, we'll be done in just in time for, I guess, the last 10 pull that I can, you know, make up. Man, dude, I was really hoping we can get her. I mean, I'm also just fine with Jean here too. Like, yeah, she's the one that I got when I lost the 50-50 with Jean Yun, and I'm pretty happy with that because, like, I'm not sure if I said this yet. I feel like I might have, or like I wanted to, but I might have forgotten. But yeah, with Jean here, I'm happy that I got her just because, you know, I got a matching team here with Jean, Lisa, Kaya, and Amber. Like I said, I thought those were the main characters of the game, and yeah, I'm just happy to play with them. I got a matching team to play as throughout this entire game now. Like, I don't feel, you know, the absolute need to play as others during the story. Like, yeah, maybe like once I'm finished with the game, I want the other characters, but yeah, as for the main story goes, I'm glad that I got these guys at least. Like, you know, it feels like a thematical team, you know, the Knights of Favonius. Yeah, I like these guys. Anyway, guys, ooh, look at that. Is that where the Raiden Shogun resides? Maybe. Oh, is that the I guess the Electroculus? Electroculus, is that how you say it? Oh, look at that moon go. But I'm guessing that's it.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
We'll move on in the next video. And there's the statue of the 7. We'll get that later on. That'll be it for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good